I think these two EPs here might be in contention for joint EP of the year. After are a duo that are very committed to pulling from that late 90s, early 2000s trip hop era, where plenty of these songs are absolutely locked onto that sound and they are committed in the best way possible. They're a very good example of how you can have such an obvious inspiration while also doing it a great service and not feeling like just a clear rip-off or homage. I could imagine some people hearing it and possibly thinking that or feeling that way, but for me personally, I don't feel that way at all. I think these tracks are incredibly just striking in terms of how they sound. The vocals are absolutely gorgeous. It's just a luscious sound that completely is captured in every single song. 300 Dreams, Deep Diving, the two tracks I think capture that essence the best, just incredibly dreamy and just stunning songs with a beautiful backdrop. There are some tracks that go for a bit more of a breakbeat sound as well. You've got Close Your Eyes, which is a mega highlight for me. Yeah, the whole collection of tracks here is really lovely. It's a great listen from front to back. If you just played it all the way through, it sounds really good. They could have probably put this onto one album and it would have fit and flowed well. I feel like I'm reminded of Hachi in the way that she is also an artist that is pulling from an era that feels, far in the past, and yet it's done in such a respectful way, it's done in such a tasteful way, and it's done in a way that makes it feel like it's on par with some of the tracks and some of the albums that came from the era that she's so clearly inspired by. And I feel like After is also on that kind of same wavelength too. Yeah, overall, really like this. This aesthetic is starting to come back in quite a big way in music, particularly indie music and independent music. We're seeing a lot more artists pulling from that trip hop sound. We're seeing this style coming back a little bit. We kind of start to see like Baggy and that kind of stuff coming back with like George Clanton. And there's quite a few bands that are wanting to kind of pull that sound. And this trip hop sound as well is kind of floating its way into this era, which is pretty cool. I guess there's kind of some crossover with trip hop and baggy and that kind of stuff too. So yeah, we're seeing a lot of this making its way. Could get to a point where it gets a little overdone or maybe boring, but at the moment, I'm on board with After. I think these are really good. And like I say, major EP of the year contenders here. Let me know what you think. If you've heard them, check it out if you haven't already, and follow for more.